Something we like to say. If you got a question, call us right now, 1-800-529-5465, and I will try to answer it. 2 is either you call or write a letter, your attorney calls and writes a letter, your congressman calls and writes a letter, your senator calls and writes a letter, somebody calls and writes a letter.
Okay, is it current? Is this priority date is current?
Yes.
September of 2019?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because we have an attorney, and the attorney's in Virginia, but she says they said they're going to follow up with immigration on February 12th.
All right, so now you have to listen to my answer.
Okay.
Okay. You got to get an I-130 approved. Without an I-130 approved, it doesn't matter. Your husband's not entitled to a green card, even though the priority date is current. He's not entitled to a green card until the I-130 gets approved. So you got to get an I-130 approved. So I said you have 3 ways to do it. You can sit on your hands and do nothing. You can call and write them. Your attorney can call and write them. Your congressman can call and write them. Your senator can call and write them. They ain't doing nothing. They'll do it when they feel like it.
So tell them to write a letter stating what in the letter.
Let me finish.
Okay. I mean, I'm answering you the question because I'm like, okay, you're telling me to write them a letter, but let me ask you, what do you want me to tell them in the letter? Because they do their part. They keep calling immigration for me.
So what would you write in a letter? You'd like, hey, why is my case not approved? Hey, it's been a year and a half. Hey, the priority dates are current. What the F's going on? Okay? I mean, you can say anything you want, but they're not going to do anything. It's the point I'm trying to make.
But they said that the cases have been retrogressed.
They're not going to do anything for you. Nothing's retrogressed. Priority dates haven't retrogressed. They're not going to.
So what it means retrogressed. They said the cases have been retrogressed.
Retrogressed means the priority dates went backwards. That didn't happen. Okay?
Okay.
Not to your date. Okay?
Not to my date.
You know what your problem is?
Uh-huh.
You got a problem. You don't let me talk. Because if you let me talk,
go ahead.
because if you let me
I'm
talk,
excited talking to you. That's why.
Because if you let me talk, I'll tell you what to do. The point I'm trying to make is this. Okay. So far, everything you've done has not worked. Which is write letters, call them, attorney calls them. Doesn't matter. They're not going to do anything. Okay. All you're doing is spinning your wheels. If your I-130 has been pending for more than a year and priority dates are current in your classification, they're violating your rights. You have the right to have your husband here. The priority date's current. So what you need to do is threaten to sue them. Because that's the only thing that gets their attention. Okay? And it's called a mandamus. A mandamus is, you know what? If you don't approve this case, I'm going to bring you to court. Now, you can write them a letter. I was explaining this to somebody before. I said we have to do something called the pre-litigation mandamus. Okay, a pre-litigation mandamus is we put together an entire lawsuit and we send it to the head of the Immigration Service and we say, you see this lawsuit? If you don't approve this case in 30 days, we're going to bring it to a federal judge. All I got to do is pay a filing fee at federal court. Now, why is that different than just writing a letter saying, I'm going to sue you? The difference is this, okay? The difference is between, I'm going to kill you, man, versus I put a gun to your head and say I'm going to kill you. Okay?
But what I don't want to, I mean, I understand what you're telling me to do.
So that's what you need to do. You hire your lawyer should be doing it. And if not, then call me.
Right. So my lawyer should be doing that. If not, then call you?
Yeah. Or call somebody who knows what they're doing. You don't have to call me. I'm not the only human being in the world who knows what they're doing.
Right. But then at the same time that, I mean, I know everything I did in my marriage, everything it is real, it's not fake. But I don't understand why it's taking so long because my priority date, I'm reading the letter to you.
They are violating your rights. Why is it taking so long? Why is life unfair? Why doesn't people do what they should be doing? There's no such thing as should in life. Okay, they're violating your rights. They could care less about you. That's why. They don't care about you, and they don't care about your husband in Haiti.
Right.
That's why they haven't approved it yet.
All right, so I'm gonna get my attorney to write them a letter, like you said, or because they follow up with them. They follow up and then they tell them February, and then they say 16 months.
You're not listening to me. What I need you to do is this, okay? After we're done, go back and watch again. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Sion in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Brad, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I just have a quick question. I got my sister. Our mother said she filed for her about 4 years ago. We haven't received any paperwork. She have 2 kids that's born here, and I just helped her get her ITIN number so she could try to get some work.
Right.
So we're just trying to find out what's the best way for her to try to get her papers so she could get a Social Security number and her green card.
Who filed for who? You said somebody filed for somebody in the beginning.
Her mother, our mother filed for her. She said 4 years ago. But we never received any paperwork. No, we haven't got no receipts, anything.
How did the mom file for her?
She filed for her as her daughter because she got citizenship.
If you didn't get a receipt, then you got to ask. The first thing you got to do is ask Grandma. This is, I guess, your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask Grandma, how'd she pay for this if she filed for her? Did you pay by money order? Did you pay by check? Because if you filed for her, immigration would have cashed the check. And you got to trace the money order of the check. Because if Grandma's got to start again from scratch, you just lost 4 years.
Right.
So the first thing you got to do is go check to see if Grandma's telling the truth or not. I don't know if Grandma's a liar, she's incompetent, or she just never got anything. We don't know. So we got to figure that one out first. What is your status here?
I'm a permanent resident.
How long have you been a resident?
10 years now.
Okay. And how old are you?
I am 40.
Okay. And this is your mother?
Yes.
Okay. How did your mom come to America?
She came on a I-90.
I-94 on a visitor's visa.
Visitor, yes.
Okay. Now, here's a silly question. How come you're not a citizen?
Laziness, you could say.
Okay, so stop being lazy. It seems like it's running in the family between you and Grandma. The fastest way, believe it or not, the fastest way to deal with this, okay? Forget Grandma now, because even if Grandma did file for her 4 years ago, I'm going to tell you the faster way. File for your citizenship tomorrow. Don't be lazy.
Okay.
You'll be a citizen in 6 to 9 months. As soon as you're a citizen, the next day you can file for your mom and she can adjust her status and get a green card. Okay,
so if my sister is a citizen, she was born here.
How old is your sister?
She's 22.
Okay, so then your sister can do it. We don't even have to wait on your citizenship. Your sister should just file an adjustment for your mom. We'll get her a green card in a year.
You get in a year?
Yep.
Okay, so I could just call you and we can discuss that.
Yep, you can hold on 1 second.
All right.
All right. Let's go to Rose in Newark. Rose. Rose. Rose.
Rose?
Yes, that's you. Rose, I'm Brad. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
So, I have a question. I got sponsored for my green card to my employer, and they granted me a green card for 10 years. So, I got some child care issue. However, I can stay for the 2 years they asked me for. And I know file for my husband, and they give me the paper. If I don't want to stay for 2 years after I get my green card, I have to pay the money that they file for me. So will that jeopardize?
I'm totally lost on your question. You filed for your husband. What money are you referring to?
No, like for my green card. Like my employer is telling me that if I don't stay to work for them for another 2 years prior to receiving my green card, I will have to pay them the filing fee.
Okay.
For my green card.
You have a green card?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you had your green card?
It's been 3 months now.
3 months. What did you get sponsored as? In what type of job?
It's a chicken plant.
A chicken plant. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And they sponsored you to do what type of job?
General labor. That's what they call it.
All right. But you have a green card now?
Yeah.
Okay. And why does your employer say you have to pay filing fees? You signed a contract?
Yeah, it's a contract. If I don't stay to work for them for 2 years, I have to pay them the money they spend for me.
I don't know if that's legal or not, to be honest with you. So we would have to take a look at that contract. That could be an absolutely unenforceable contract. Because,
Okay.
all right, so that's number one. Okay, number two, where's your husband?
He's in the United States. He has severe status, so I just want to know if I file for them.
He has what status?
TPS, temporary status.
Okay. All right. So he would have to do. Did he travel on his advance parole?
No.
Okay. So he's probably not going to be able to adjust his status here unless you traveled on the advance parole or until you become a citizen. You can do a provisional waiver for him to go home and come back. That would be a different situation. But yeah, you can. Your husband's included on your case, but you would need your employer to give you another job letter, which they may or may not give you. Or you can subsequently just file an I-130 and say screw your employer and just refile for him.
Okay.
All right, but I don't know whether or not he would be eligible to adjust his status because he would have to be 245I because if he didn't travel on advance parole, he's not an arriving alien, and TPS doesn't give him legal status here to adjust.
Okay.
All right. So if you want to have a consultation, we'll figure it out. All right. Let's go to Dwayne in Brooklyn. Dwayne.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good evening, Uncle Brother. All right, I got a question. I got married in 2018. I went on an interview and they denied me. They denied me on the ground that they think my marriage wasn't bona fide. Okay. That was in Georgia.
Right.
I came to New York and I attained service from their company.
Okay.
I went on an interview in.
So you're my client right now.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So why are you calling me on my show? Why don't we just speak off the
air? Because I went on an interview. I refiled, and I also appealed. I went on an interview. The interviewer said the case was pending, and that's been like going into 2 years now.
All right. So hold on, and let's figure out what's going on in your case. Hold on. I don't know why he's calling me on my show. Let's go to Peter in St. Louis, Missouri. Peter.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Good evening. Thanks for your program. I really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
Please, I got married in 2018, June 1st.
Uh-huh.
Then I filed my case on November. Then I do my biometric in December. Then I waited for about 9 months before I got my work authorization. Then after that, before I got my work authorization, 2 weeks later, I was called for interview.
Right.
That was August 2019.
Uh-huh.
I went, I waited, I didn't get any response from them. Then I was called for second interview in January 7th.
Right.
Then January 8th, they sent me a letter that I should show more evidence. I mean, things that me and my wife, we have together. But prior to that time, because of the no social security, I don't have much documentation with her, such as account and some other things. Because most of the place we go, they do ask of the account, social security number. But the little one I raised it with like a phone bills or pictures. They took down the pictures or the album that we took for the interview on the second interview.
So tell me what your question is.
The question is, since the last interview, which is January 7th, they requested for more evidence, in which I presented to them in April.
Okay.
Since that time, I didn't hear anything from them. But my work authorization was expired, in which I requested for new one.
Okay.
It was issued to me.
Great. They didn't make a decision on your case yet. That's what happened.
They haven't made any decision.
So maybe they're investigating you. Maybe they're sending an investigator out to your home. As long as you live with your wife, and as long as it's a real marriage, you'll get through eventually. If it's more than a year and you still haven't heard from them from the time that you responded in April, so it would be April of next year, then we could talk about a mandamus.
Okay.
All right. So wait between now and April. And if you haven't heard, then call me back about a mandamus.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Let's go to Shurkant in Tampa, Florida. Shurkant.
Sir, yeah, my name is Shrikant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, can you hear me, sir?
I do.
Yeah. I've been married for 15 months, and it's getting worse. And with this marriage, I obtained my work authorization, actually. And I'm processing my divorce right now. So what are my options?
What do you mean by it's getting worse? What's getting worse?
Because I've been, ever since I get married, I've been pulling 85 to 90 hours every week just to make sure everything is all right. And she's been threatening me for, and the last time she threatened me for something which cost me a lot. Before, if you want to do interview, you got to do something for me, and then we can go and show for the interview. Then I said, I can't do that, I'm tired of doing all this from all these years.
All right. Well, I don't know if you and your wife just didn't get along, or there was extreme emotional abuse. I don't know. I would need to know a lot more about your situation. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.